Ladies, gentlemen, and those beyond the binary, I am Orange Chess, and this story is 1000 ELO series. If you haven't watched this series before, I trained for a full week before playing 5 games at the end, analysing the best or hopefully worst one with you guys at home. This week, I've trained openings and middle games in a hope to crush for 600s. This is week 4. I won't waste much more of your time. Let's go to the first game. Hello! This was game 2 of this week, and it was probably my best game. Was still terrible, but probably my best game. This week, in terms of the actual games, went terribly. On paper, it looks like it went well, which we'll get to later. But generally, this week was not great for me. I made some bad moves, with some bad plays, and yet somehow I've come out okay. But this one was probably my best. This one probably showed both my strengths and my weaknesses. So let's start it off. I'm playing as white, so let's flip the board around real quick. And we get e4, e5. So you know what I'm going to play? I'm going to play the Vienna. This is what we've been learning. Let's get it. I still have prep, surprisingly. Here, and he tries to pin my knight here. But luckily for me, I know the theory up until here. Now, the logical sequence of moves that I kind of missed was simply just chase. Just chase him, lock him in a corner. It was a bit silly of me. I saw this, but I don't know why, but I was kind of threatened up by it by a distance. I feel like I'd played something like similar to this before, but it hadn't turned out quite right. So I was a little cautious of playing it. I shouldn't have been. It was the top engine move, but unlucky for me, I didn't play it. Instead, just simply decided to develop my bishop, which, was still doing okay, and I'm not minding this development. Takes, and I moved my pawn into the center, which I thought was a really nice move. Also activates my bishop, getting a lot of... And if I can get that, I can get a really nice lead in development. His knight comes out, I take, and he plays this move. What I think his idea was here was simply this, because it puts like a nice bit of pressure on this pin piece. What it fails to recognize is that I can simply take the piece. It's an unfortunate error. It's an unfortunate error. He develops his pawn here, and now at this point I'm like, wait a minute, I can't go back. He's got this. So what if I just played this? And I thought this was a really good move. It just traps his bishop, and suddenly I'm looking to go up, 4 or 5 points of material. So, I liked this position a lot. He threatens danger levels, which I saw from a distance, didn't think it was a bad move. I slide my queen back, and I'm thinking, what can he really do in this position? He takes, which was about what I expected. I couldn't really see anything else. Takes, and here I played a move that kind of undid me. What I think I should have played in this position was probably just this. For some reason, I think I kind of forgot that my queen was just defending the knight anyway. And so I think what I should have played was like something like this. And even after a move like this, I mean, what other move do I have? Even after a move like this, I kind of just thought, just like, what if you takes? And I saw this from a distance. The engine actually really likes this move. It likes it the other way around as well. If you just play what rook here, pawn here, and rook takes, it still likes it. And I saw it from a distance because I just thought, I'm up so many points of material, and that bishop is the only it's the only piece for black that has been developed. Like, these are all on the back rank still. So I saw from a distance the idea of just taking the bishop, eliminating the threat, and just developing naturally 2 points of material up. But I was just a little scared of losing 5 points to 3 points, and I played a move which would later be my downfall in this game. Queen slides back. Like I said, I completely forgot that this was just defended anyway. It was a stupid move. It was a silly move. Shouldn't have played it, but there we are. His queen slides forward. I castle, trying to, slowly start to put pressure, maybe, infiltrate with my rook. He castles as well. And here I fall for a long time because I something looked off in the position. These just looked very close. Everything was on back rank. And so after trying to kick out his bishop, which he defended and again should have took, I saw this once again. I thought, just slide the knight out the way or something. I saw this from a distance and the engine wants it, but I didn't play it. I played here. Simply attacking his queen just because I thought I'm getting closer to the king. Bishop could come out, maybe sack itself, and just open up these kind of files for, maybe my queen to come in. I thought, these were looking like pretty nice ideas. And then he played this. And I haven't put this through game review, but I think this was a special move for me personally. Check. Sacrificing the bishop, sacrificing the knight. I actually saw it the second this move was played. He took how long did he take to play this move? He took around like 25 seconds to play this move. I saw this the second I played it, and because I just thought how you don't have many squares to go to, so I was just kind of thinking which ones can he move to, and actually the second I saw this, I knew what I was going to play. So I was actually really happy with this, and I really thought that my middle game practice had kind of worked. Takes. This point he could have resigned. One of the other players actually resigned once I took their queen. I played a similar move like this. I was quite surprised when this came up the second time. I was like, wow, I've been here before. I was in a lot worse position in the other game, but still, I'd been there before. Takes. I move my pawn forward. And the entrance says I'm about +5, I think, and I was really happy with this game up until this point. He moves his pawn forward, and let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. So at this point, real life hit me. Or more specifically, my mum just asked for some hangers downstairs. And if you can't tell on the clock, I'm really down on time. I think I still spent ages on this move, surprisingly, but I think it was like very late on. My mum was like, "Oh yeah, can I have 4 hangers downstairs?" And I was like, "All right, bet." And then I think I was just thinking like, if I play here and then I play here, I can kind of fork the rooks. So I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, I've got to get the hangers. And yeah, no, I completely hung my queen. I put my phone down and I came back to this move and I was like, wow, I am stupid. But you know what? For the content. I attack his bishop. Bishop slides back. I get the idea that I stupidly went for. Forking both pieces, and I did think, if there was any rook that he had to move, it was probably just this, because if he moves like this one, I mean this is just bad because this one just blocks everything. This just blocks everything, and if even if the rook stays on that row. For example, if it played like this, again, you have the same problem. The bishop is just kind of blocking this for the rook to defend it. And so my opponent was smart, actually. He did move his bishop. He just moved it there, which was very wrong. And I quickly found why. Takes. Because, I mean, that's literally just a free bishop unless you want to play rook takes, which, okay. He plays rook takes. And instantly I looked at this, I was like, you only have I'm up a rook. I've gone from losing my queen to a bunch of nonsense to now being up a rook. Sure, like I said, this game held strengths for me and it held weaknesses. He sides his rook and I'm like, you're losing more material, takes, and that doubles your pawns. I didn't know how this happened. But welcome to 600 ELO chess. I pick up a free pawn. He slides in trying to attack my pawn, but I didn't really know why, because I was being defended. Like, you know, if he'd put his bishop, if he'd put his rook, I don't know, maybe like here, I would have been like, you know, it's not a bad move, getting it to the 7th rank, kind of blocking off my king from there. Like, I would have accepted that, but this definitely felt like an odd move. I pick up another pawn. He moves his king forward, which I don't think was a bad idea. I move my pawn forward, looking to, you know, trying to escape, trying like maybe get here, and start gobbling up some of these pawns. And then he moves his king here. And I found what I thought was a really nice move, rook check, because pawn blocks off both of these squares, so he's forced to move like to the back rank. And as long as I keep my rook on this 7th rank, he can't get past that rank. And I thought that was just a really nice move. I mean, he could, yeah, move. Technically, with this pawn alive, he could have moved all the way there. But after checks, he went here, and I took his pawn. So now I've got control of this whole like 7th rank, which means the king is forced to stay there. So I thought that was a really nice move. He moves his pawn forward, but I choose to disregard that and go for an aggressive h1. Simple threat is that if he, for example, just decides to play takes, that's just mate in 1. So I thought, you know, again, not a bad move. He finds the reason why it's a good move though, but I still check him. And the reason being is because, well, I kind of want the trade. You know, he can't defend himself. He can't move here. It's still check. So the only move he has is to defend himself. Takes, and I'm just a rook up. And I'm stupid, but in an endgame, I think I can win a rook up. Takes, and he had like a little opportunity if he had played pretty much any other move than the one he played. But he decided to go, after takes, he decided to go back to this square. And again, I find the same move. Check. Forces him back to back rank. And I've got a lovely little pass pawn, which is just going to run itself. And you know what? That's exactly what we do. Yeah, sorry about the mouse. And after 44 moves, I believe it was, checkmate. What a game. We went from really good opening, really solid middle game, blunder the queen. Trades, he blunders his pieces. And then a really solid endgame. I think endgames are weirdly something that I'm decent at. I actually won like three games this week off of simply just pretty decent endgame strategy. In a lot of my games, I really need to learn my black openings and like more of the Vienna, because it really cost me this week. I got into such bad positions out of the opening, terrible middle game strategy, and then saved myself in the end game from ridiculously bad positions like -7, -8, somehow turned to wins. It was a chaotic week. Because like all games, I just looked at. I just sat back after all the games, like, how did I win this? Because I'll tell you right now, we got 4 wins and 1 loss this week. The loss we got was highly embarrassing, and it's something that I hope you guys never see. But I mean, the other games, like, I'm talking like down a queen, blundered it. Blundered probably my rook. I think I blundered a rook in something like 8 moves. Like, terrible openings. And then somehow scraping back ridiculous wins. And that has left us at 704 ELO. Let me tell you, the most undeserved 704 ELO in chess.com history. But nonetheless, 704 ELO. What a week. What a beautiful game. See you around. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want, by the way.